buddies, what's up and welcome into the Good Buddies Anime Review. I am your good buddy Roger.
And I'm your good buddy Brandon.
And this week we're reviewing a series that started off last season, just wrapped up a couple weeks ago, this season, and that is Demon Slayer.
Oh yes, it is the certainly among, if not the hottest new shonen anime this season. And it was, hot damn, it's great.
It was that freaking it was that thing that really held you over for My Hero Academia. Like, like it was the one saving thing. Once it hit, you're like, oh, thank God.
Now, not to say there aren't other great shonen series going on.
Not at all.
You got your Dr. Stone, that's a great one, but we're talking about Demon Slayer. It is the hotness. It is super cool, and you've almost certainly been hearing about it or watching it. But if you haven't, let us, your good buddies, tell you whether or not we think you should check it out.
Yes, you should.
Probably so. But we're going to talk about this here show. We're going to break it on down, and we're going to give you a final review, a recommendation. Do we think you should check it out? And Roger, if it was somehow straight up boo-boo garbage,
I'd call it an anime, maybe not.
If it was like, it wasn't very good, it wasn't great.
Anime.
Yeah, it's fine. It was average. Nothing wrong with that.
It's an anime, maybe.
That was actually pretty good, though. Quite nice.
My guy, that would be Animos, definitely.
But if it was amazing, Roger, if it was so good,
boss, that is animazing.
It would be animazing. And the way we're going to get there is we're going to give it a final review, possible 10 stars, 5 different categories, 2 stars each. That is how math works. And those categories are, Roger, number 1,
the story and setting.
Roger, number 2,
the characters and development.
The 3rd,
the art and animation.
And number 4,
the soundtrack.
And that 5th one, that Good Buddies Wiggle Room, that
je ne sais quoi.
Roger, what does that mean?
I do not know what.
I don't know what. But that's how we're gonna do it. Let's break on in and get on down. You want me to hit you with a quick pitch?
Yeah,
baby?
man, hit us with it.
All right. So here we go. I actually already said this, but I did write it down, so here we go. In what may be the hottest new shonen this year, demons roam the countryside of Taisho-era Japan, devouring humans and ruining lives. But demons are made, not born. And when one young man's family is slaughtered and his sister is turned, he seeks to cure the curse and save her, all while battling the demons that want him dead and demon slayers that want her dead. Ooh. It's good stuff. Got some conflict real quick. So that's your quick pitch, man. It's a pretty interesting show. Let's just break right into the story and setting since we're already halfway there. Certifiable good boy Tanjiro Kamado.
Such a good boy.
He's such a good boy. He is Deku levels good boy. He is such a good boy. It's hard not to draw these parallels, especially since MHA is dropping like tomorrow. For us, we record these on Friday. But he is a sweet boy, certifiable good boy, as I said. He enjoys a simple life with his family in the mountains until one day he returns from work in the nearby village to find his entire family has been slaughtered.
Yeah, absolutely obliterated.
Yeah, and there's a lot of blood.
There is a lot of blood. It is
warning right now, this show gets pretty gory. And everyone's dead except for his younger sister Nezuko, who he quickly finds out has been transformed into a demon. Let's talk about these demons for a second. They are basically vampires with X-Men powers.
Yeah.
And it's great. Yeah, sunlight kills them, burns them to a crisp.
Yeah.
They are very powerful. They need to eat humans to grow stronger and or survive, we find out. And specifically, some of the more powerful ones are straight up X-Men. They have special powers that are unique to them. We also see these demon slayers we're going to run into a similar thing. But despite being turned into one of these demons, she actually shows some semblance of recognition of Tanjiro and some little bit of humanity still in there. And so, at the behest of another character and blah, 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 etc. We'll get into that. Tanjiro attempts to find a cure for this demonism and trains himself to become a demon slayer himself.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. He straight up joins the main protagonist group thus far in the show. I don't know if that changes or not, but at least in this area, it is the Demon Slayer core.
Yes, and they're pretty awesome. You get a lot of lower level guys. You see some other people who are like Tanjiro's level, basically, and then toward the end of this season, you do see some of the higher ups. They're pretty badass.
Yeah, they are.
You actually see one of them very early, obviously, in first episode, in fact. But we'll get to all that. Pretty cool stuff. Setting wise, this is from what I've been reading and as I understand it, Taisho era Japan, which is basically like early 1900s. basically like Industrial Revolution type stuff. We got light bulbs.
It's pretty cool because at first you don't realize that. Too.
Yeah, it takes place mostly in like the more rural areas, like away from the big cities and stuff, where people are still like, it's all fireplaces and wood and whatnot. But you do see a little bit of action in those larger cities. You got steam engines, you got light bulbs. You actually see people who, particularly toward the end, you see people who like. They see a train and they're like, "What is this beast? What is this iron machine?"
It's pretty cool because whenever they see it, you're seeing it for the first time in the show,
and it really, drives it home.
You're like, "Whoa! I didn't know it was this far advanced." It's a cool feeling.
Yeah. It's like basically like somewhere around 1912, 1915, something like that. Yeah, is more or less when this is taking place. As I already said. Demons are basically vampire X-Men. Slayers also tend to have specific abilities. Particularly, our boy Tanjiro is trained in what is called water breathing. There's all these different breathing techniques, which basically like it's like this super focused, super special kind of breathing that is flooding your body with oxygen, which is making you stronger, faster, fight harder, etc., etc. Tanjiro in particular is trained in water breathing. He gets there eventually. Like first few episodes, so no big spoiler there. But yeah, that unlocks like certain abilities for him, and there's different forms and whatnot. And we'll see other people who have different breathing techniques as well, giving them different abilities and whatnot. It's cool stuff. It's again cool. Like same thing with MHA. You give me pretty much anything where there's a bunch of people with different powers and stuff, and it's basically X-Men. I'm super in.
Yeah, I like it.
I love it. I love it. It's my favorite. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
You can't say that it, like it is. There are a lot of things about Demon Slayer that it's well treaded ground.
Yeah, not particularly, not like incredibly original, but certainly good.
Yeah,
enough.
You got your group of adventures, your heroes that are heading out to complete some big mission and kill a big baddie. And then, of course, you've got, almost like boss level fights or whatever. You fight a bunch of grunts into the boss. You've seen stuff like this before. You've seen a shonen anime, and this does nothing to really change up the formula to that.
Yeah, it's not breaking a lot of molds.
Yeah, but it does plenty to set itself aside from.
Yes.
If you like a show like that, you like what you like. And you're probably gonna like this because it does it a little differently. It feels fresh.
Yeah, it feels very fresh. In fact, do you want to move on to character development?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So you want to start with Tanjiro, obviously.
Yeah.
Sweet baby boy.
Yeah, he's so nice.
Yeah, he's very caring and compassionate. That's like the number one thing I could say about this guy. To the point that like. Again, no major spoilers because this happens pretty early, but he is finding compassion even for these demons that are trying to kill him and that he ends up having to kill. Because, again, the thing to remember is these demons are not born, they are made. They were human at some point. Shamona. Yes, they were human at some point. They have these tragic backstories, and oh God, it's gonna be the whole episode. But he's finding some sorrow, some part of him that hurts for these former people, and he tries to give them some modicum of like peace even as he has to take them down.
Yep.
It's interesting stuff.
Yeah, it's really cool because he is like the one character that you really see that is warm towards these demons.
Yeah,
he feels a great amount of it's like empathy.
Yes, empathy, very much so. Furthermore, he's got a head like a freaking brick.
Yep.
And a superhuman sense of smell, which is a great power.
Yeah.
Because like it's to the point that those first few episodes it gets real goofy. Because like one thing they established pretty early on is his sense of smell is so strong. He can, the way they describe it is smell the thread of where he needs to attack. He can smell your weak point.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's never really explained why he smells like that or why he headbutts like that.
He's got a head like concrete, baby.
Yeah.
Like a straight up cinder block.
But, like you question it for a little bit, but the show does enough to like, it mask it. You forget about it.
Yeah.
And then maybe they'll explain it later, maybe they won't. I can't imagine you'll be too upset either way.
Yeah, we'll find out, I guess. Anything else to say about that boy?
Nope, let's go on to Nezuko.
Nezuko is the younger sister.
Yes.
Very early turned into a demon, first episode. Through one, and she is somehow able, though, to keep her, like, humanity to some point through a combination of, one, her own familial instinct. Tanjiro, like, refuses to attack her, even though like she basically is like going full feral and trying to kill him at first. But also later on, a little bit of hypnosis helps her to keep it down. And she ends up being like a very vital part of like his own strategy and whatnot. Like there are bits where he's fighting someone getting overwhelmed and she has to bust out and help him out.
Yeah, she kicks right out of the, she travels in this box.
Yes, she
to stay out of the sunlight.
Essentially a backpack box that he carries around with her, and she notably she is also able to change her size somewhat. Like she literally shrinks down to like baby size to get in this box, and then she can bust out like full grown woman to whip some ass. This is one I totally keep forgetting to bring them. There's a person on some website who made these sweet stickers of like, it's Tanjiro and like the box is on his back and the foot is kicking out of it and it says somebody, and I like the Shrek thing where he busts out. I got 2 of them and I keep meaning to bring you one and I keep forgetting.
Oh man, I definitely want one of those.
I'm gonna look up who did that and give him a shout out. But yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah, she's a really great character, and they do a lot to like I mean, she doesn't really talk.
No,
I'm not gonna say that she doesn't have any like lines at all.
Yeah,
but
she doesn't have a terrible lot of agency, I would say.
Yeah,
she definitely does her own thing at points, but it's all, you know, in service to this overarching story.
Yeah,
and she does have some development, but it is almost entirely vicarious through Tanjiro. And because she is a demon and she does have crazy fangs and she, you know, might kill someone, she does spend pretty much the whole show with a gag in her mouth. It's like a bamboo thing.
It's like a bamboo muzzle.
Yeah, a bamboo muzzle basically in her mouth.
Gag makes it sound weird, dude.
Well, okay, but it is though. And yeah, it's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of rough for me. It's like, come on, y'all. You do get some, it's like, and this is a thing that is honestly fairly common with most anime of this type, where you don't get a whole lot of play from like the female characters and stuff. You do get some more later on with other female characters, and that's great. But honestly, like Nezuko's main thing is there to whip ass when she needs to and look cute all the time.
Yeah, and I'll be goddamn if she ain't everybody's favorite.
She's fucking adorable. People love her. People love her. Yeah, and I ain't taking that away from nobody. She's super cute.
I have people constantly now, like they know that I'm ordering figurines and stuff for the store. They're like,
bro, we got these sweet Nezuko.
Yeah, they show off any Nezuko figures.
Yeah, dude.
They're all just waiting in line. Like as soon as I see some Nezukos pop up, I'm buying so many of them.
I definitely saw like one or two
bitches like hotcakes.
Yeah, I saw a couple online, and I like almost bought them. And I was like, I don't need no more fucking figure. I got all these amiibos just sitting in boxes doing nothing.
And I'll tell you what I like about Nezuko too. Like this character, the way the community has generally reacted to her. I'm sure there are some creeps out there.
Yeah.
But mostly she's like this character that everybody has like that must protect instinct about. Like they don't overly creep on her or anything like that.
Oh, you haven't seen Lewds is what you're saying.
No, I have not seen Lewds, and I have not seen or heard my Yugi nerds at the store be entirely creepy about this anime character, which is a female. So I am impressed that somehow they created a character that avoided all that stuff.
You know that shit exists though.
Oh yeah, of course I do. Of course I do.
It's so bad. But yeah, man, she's pretty great character, even though she again doesn't get a whole lot of agency in play. Can I talk about my favorite?
Is it Inosuke?
It's Inosuke.
Yeah.
I love Inosuke.
He's so good.
He's basically perfect.
So you see this character in the credits or whatever, and
don't get introduced for a while.
Yeah, he doesn't come in for like 9 episodes.
8 or 9, yeah,
like
somewhere around there.
And you're like, who the hell is this character?
Okay,
with a pig head on him,
straight up like no shirt, abs out, ripped like a mother.
Yeah.
Powerful arms. 2 swords, which are jagged and serrated swords. These serrated katanas.
Yeah, they almost look like razor wire.
Yeah. Like pants, fur boots, and a straight up wall-eyed boar head.
Yeah, it is definitely wall-eyed. You're like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, this character design is freaking amazing.
It's dope because not only does it allow this character to look so goofy when they need to, because it's just like, okay, you're a pig head with like the eyes looking different directions, but when you need to be serious, they zoom in, they give you those thick lines. We will get to the art and animation in a second, and it is actually terrifying.
Yeah.
And also the occasional like steam blowing through the nose
like the
is
bull
pretty
steam,
great. Yeah, just straight up. Oh,
and
like literally you first see him, he's just like running through this place, going, coming through, like just slaughtering. It's nuts.
The voice actor for him is awesome too.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah. Inosuke's fucking incredible. A real berserker mode fighter.
I'm talking about the Japanese voice actor. I have not seen.
I haven't seen a dub
the English dub yet. It says Bryce Paperbrook is the voice actor for him in English, and I believe that is the main character from Attack on Titan, Eren.
Not gonna touch it. Haven't seen. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I might be wrong about that.
Yeah, our boy's a real berserker mode fighter. Beast breathing is his technique that he uses mostly. Always down to compete, prove his strength. Anything is a challenge to this guy, and he is always gonna step up and be like, "No, I can do it better. I'm stronger than you." Blah blah blah.
He is Eren Yeager. He's also
Nice.
Kirito in Sword Art Online.
Cool.
If people are familiar with that.
But yeah, as I said, also both hilarious and imposing at the same time, and also is a sweet, sweet baby who ain't got no home training. Like literally, apparently, just grew up in the fucking forest.
Yep.
I love this character so much.
Yeah, he's great. I love him.
All right, let's talk about Zenitsu.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love Zenitsu, man.
I don't hate Zenitsu. I don't hate Zenitsu, whatever it is. Straw-headed scaredy cat.
Yeah.
Constantly afraid for his life, possibly a manic depressive, I would say.
Yeah.
Because goes from being like completely like defeated.
He's like if Mineta and Shaggy from Scooby-Doo did the fusion dance. That's him. That's the boy.
Gross. Uses
Well, you
thunder
like
breathing.
Shaggy?
Uses thunder breathing. Pretty cool technique. Super lightning fast when
I know
he needs
you
to
like
be.
that grape juice.
All right. The problem with this guy is that he only seems to be able to use his thunder breathing and actually attack when when he is unconscious. Like literally, dude will get like so scared he passes out, and then he like sits up, eyes closed, and he's like,
Undertaker
all right,
style.
yeah.
Yes.
And now he's like, okay, now it's serious, and he like slays when he need to, and then has no memory of it afterwards. And as you already said, yes, he is the Mineta of the show. He is eventually called out on this, but like he is basically like a bit of a womanizer. Kind of like, I mean, I don't want to say like it's cool, but he's definitely like nicer about it than most characters in such shows.
Yeah.
In such positions
What
in
you're
similar
trying
shows.
to say is that he's cool.
I don't hate him. The first few times I saw him, I was like, I love this kid.
He
He's a
has
sweet
some
baby.
really hilarious moments. Too.
Yeah, and like when he blows up about something, which is typically like, you know, why didn't you tell me there was an adorable girl in this wooden box you carry around, Tanjiro? Like he freaks out, big bulgy round ball eyes, just flipping out on somebody, and then just turns into a lovey-dovey puppy dog. And it's like, that's adorable. You're also kind of a ding dong. And there's a point, like, this is no major spoiler, where there's like a group of little girls who are like, hey man, you should try to respect women. And she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I do kind of love him, but he is a ding dong. He is a giant ding dong, and I can't deny that.
Yep.
Who you want to talk about next, man?
I think the only other like really big character that we should mention
Is it he?
Yes, it's Muzan Kibutsuji.
Kibutsuji is the main villain. He is a smooth criminal.
Oh my God, he is.
He
looks like Michael Jackson. Dude.
He does. Although we
He
also
got the Jerry curl, dude.
Okay, first of all, you're not allowed to say that unless you know how to spell it.
Jerri.
No, you already fucked up. Nope. Anyway.
All right, no, hold on. You tell me how to spell it, you asshole.
No, we're not doing this.
I'm looking at it. It's Gerri.
Okay. As many times as I have been told with my dumb curly hair, nice Jerry curl, you're not allowed to say that shit unless you know how to spell it. All right. Point is, dude is
Jericurl.
just the
What
worst.
is it? What does it matter if you know how to spell it or not? That is a freaking awful stipulation, dude. What a jerk.
It's hey, my rules. I make the rules. No. But yeah, our boy is like, if he wasn't based on Michael Jackson, you're fucking lying to me.
Yeah.
Because he looks just like him. He's
does.
got the damn. He's so smooth with his outfit and his fucking fedora hat.
Yeah.
He looks like you've been touched by a smooth criminal, and he
definitely
does hit someone as smooth as I've ever seen.
He poses.
The first time you see him.
He does the pose with the hand in the hat and the
like just does it. It's so fucking nuts.
It's got to be Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
I'm not necessarily endorsing Michael Jackson. I love that music, but dude, you know, probably did some horrible shit. Anyway. But yeah, It's pretty wild. I do like the character. We'll find out more about him. We also do see that
very cool.
Looks a lot like Michael Jackson. Apparently, incredible shapeshifter, as we see later on. Can just do whatever the fuck he wants, apparently. But yeah, cool stuff. Interesting
Excellent
character.
villain.
Yeah,
Excellent.
very, very well done.
Whole lot,
villain.
like, you don't see him a whole lot, but there still feels like there's
when you
a
see
lot of layer to him.
I can count on one hand the amount of scenes that this fool is in, but I know them because they are so impactful.
And
That's
the characters, like, even your upper echelon, like Demon Slayer core, are terrified of this guy. Like, they know that he has to go.
They know, like, this guy is the real deal there is.
Yeah.
And must be dealt with.
Hell, even the demons are terrified of him.
Yeah, no shit.
They don't even want to hear his name.
Yeah, that's a thing, actually. If you, apparently, some of the demons who work under him, if you say his full name or whatever, you just instantly die.
Yeah.
Like, this fool is not to be fucked with under any circumstance.
Yeah.
Don't matter who you are. Yeah.
Yep.
He is, in fact, the king of pop and demons.
Excellent bad guy.
Yeah,
He's
very,
great.
very well done. You want to move on to art and animation?
Yep.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say other than it's fucking amazing.
It's beautiful.
Oh my God.
There's bits where, like, you know.
How do you say the studio? Affordable?
I would say ufotable.
Affordable? I think that's how people say it. I say UFO table.
UFO table?
Yeah,
UFO
UFO table, because I see the UFO there, and that's just how I see it.
Ufotable.
UFO table. UFO table.
I have no idea how to pronounce it. But yeah,
they are freaking incredible, though.
And I mean, I don't know how much of a budget they got on this bitch, but they used every bit of it, man.
They used every freaking cent. They might have went over budget.
It's so smooth and streamlined, but when you get those intense close-ups, they do these thick lines.
Yeah.
It makes it so dynamic and so striking.
Such an incredible use of CG as well.
Yes, the CG is very well done.
It is one of the finest usages of CG I've seen in an anime.
It looks very good.
Yeah.
I will also say that, like, a lot of times the backgrounds, while they are, like, well done, are usually, like, slightly more muted colors. I'm talking specifically, like, there's a bit where, like, Tanjiro's fighting, like, the demon with all the arms, and the background is, like, may as well, it like, could be nothing. But the fact that, like, during these fights, Tanjiro and the other characters, they are so much brighter, and specifically when they use these breathing techniques and the powers, they are so much brighter and more cartoony that it just pops.
Yeah,
it blows right out of the screen. It may as well be 3D at a certain point.
I just want to know
beautiful
when I'm gonna get this freaking ArcSys Works 2.5D fighter. Like, I mean, I'll buy it day one.
Yeah, dude,
it's beautiful.
Yeah. It's absolutely gorgeous, particularly the fight scenes, as I say. I feel like they really pop there, but the whole show is just beautiful. And even when they do, like, the little, like, you know, farther away with the little blobby eyes and stuff, it's just so freaking cute. All of it's just very good. It's very well done. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Me too. Very good.
There's really not anything else to say about it. It's gorgeous. Check it out.
Yeah, you just have to see it. We're not going to do it justice talking about it.
Certainly not. You got to check it out. Watch the YouTube.
Yep.
All right. Music and sound.
It's good.
It's fine.
It's good. The opening song is a banger. It's awesome.
Opening's pretty good. Yeah, it's quite good. Outro's pretty good. I will say, I don't hate the outro. I just hate that, like, there are bits where, specifically, there's an episode, like, kind of toward the end where, like, it's mostly talking, which is not to say there's no action, because there's a lot of really great stuff that's happening there. But the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, this is very good, but I know big thing is about to happen, and I know they're going to cut me off, and the outro would start playing. I'm just like, damn it. So I don't hate it. Yeah. It just hurts me that it's over.
I will say that the outro is more of a typical anime song.
Yeah, it's fine.
One thing I do like is the sound effects in the show, though.
Yes, those are incredible.
They are, like, the sound effects, you can have a good theme song. You can have, you know, a good end song, but more importantly,
if
like,
the sound design during isn't there, it kind of throws it off.
Yeah, it does. And the sound design here, and it's not even so much the background music and stuff. I don't remember that very much. It's the sound effects.
Yeah,
just like
the clanging of swords.
Yeah, the banging of swords. The drum, or whatever.
Yeah.
The whenever the bee was and stuff like that. All of it. It all sounds so natural and perfect. Like, they freaking nailed it. It's like it feels like inside the show they spent, you know, as much time on the soundtrack as they did that animation as well. I really thought it shined. I thought it was very good.
Yeah,
It
I
kept the
adored
show
it.
exciting the whole time.
It's quite good. Yeah, I just wrote down like intro and outro, fairly memorable. Nothing wrong with them. Sound design during is very well done. There's a little bit of music during it. It's appropriate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. But yeah, like you said, the sound effects and stuff are just rad.
Yeah,
they really
good.
pull it off.
Alrighty, man.
How about the je ne sais quoi?
If I were to pick up one critique about this, if I were, whenever it comes to me recommending this to somebody, if you do not like a show that is guaranteed to go on for at least a few seasons,
yes.
If you're not about that life, and I totally
Yes.
understand it, I know how much of an investment going to something that may be long is.
This is something we talked about briefly, that like so many people keep telling me, you gotta check out Black Clover, you gotta check out Black Clover.
Yeah,
and I'm like, dude, it
at
is
this point,
literally
it's daunting,
over 100.
yeah.
There's no way I'm climbing that mountain. It's over 100. I just can't right now. I just can't. But like, this show, baby, we ground floor right now. Get in while you can.
Yeah, guaranteed. I mean, this is at least going to the
Like
50s.
like when the very intro of the show, should be pretty obvious. We're gonna recommend it to you if you haven't watched it. This is mostly just us trying to get everyone that can watch it to watch it.
Yeah, go ahead. Jump on now.
Yeah.
Jump on now, because if it's later, it's gonna be harder to recommend this.
Get on this train.
Because it's just gonna. I don't know how long it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be One Piece long or Naruto long.
Yeah.
But I
probably
mean,
not.
Dragon Ball Super long maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you, man. But yeah, you definitely need to try and get in if you haven't already.
Yep. That would be like my one thing. Other than that, the show just kills it.
Yeah. I would say I've already voiced my issues with most of the female characters, the ones that, like, again, Nezuko doesn't have much agency despite being a major part of the show. Later on, you get characters who, like, I'm not really sure what your personality is, but you got a boob window, so okay.
I love the boob window.
Yeah, of course you do. But, like, it's fine. But, like, as I said, that's sadly kind of standard for a lot of animes and stuff, and okay, whatever. Not to write it off, but you know, the show, the rest of it, it's really hard to argue that it just doesn't come together so well. Everything about it, the action-packed scenes, the design of everything, the beautiful animation, a solid story. It's just really hard to not recommend this. And like we already said, obviously, this could go hundreds of episodes to get in on it now. This is the one.
Yep. So you wanna talk about scores, dude?
Let's hit the scores, baby boy. What did you think about the story and setting?
I gave it a 1.5.
Same, 1.5. Characters and development?
I give it the full 2.
Solid 2. Art and animation?
2 points.
Can't be nothing but a 2. It's too pretty. Music and soundtrack?
I gave it 2 points.
I gave it a 1.5.
Okay.
And je ne sais quoi?
I gave it a 1.5.
I gave it a 1.
Okay.
I docked a little bit there.
Okay.
Just because, like we said, if you don't get in on it now, it's going to be hard to, and obviously my other issues. But what does that bring you up to, big boy?
That brings me to 9 points. Get in on it now. That is an amazing.
That puts me...
It's not perfect, but it is damn near.
It is quite good. That puts me right at 8. It's for sure a high end, most definitely for me. You know, potentially it's already confirmed movies coming for the next arc, and then obviously there's going to be more after that, whether it's movies or more series. Yeah, I mean, potentially this could end up being like this could go Mob Psycho. It's like, okay, this one, okay, that's a 9. Okay, this is a 10.
Yeah,
like it could just keep on going.
Yep, and when the movie arc airs, you know, we'll be here reviewing that as well.
Hell yeah.
It's the train arc or whatever.
The Midnight Meat Train.
Yeah, Midnight Meat Train.
It's not the Midnight Meat. No.
Man, you want to tell everybody what we're watching next week? We kind of told them last week.
Yeah, man. We're going to go ahead and bust on into what is for sure my favorite. Well, okay. I'm not going to say favorite because my favorite anime last season was Fire Emblem Three Houses. But my favorite actual show was, of course, Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season.
Yep.
What an absurd and ridiculous thing, and I absolutely adore it.
Yep.
It's gonna be fun to talk about. Get ready for some slice of life and a lot of
I've been holding off for this week to watch the rest of it.
Yeah, dude, it's a good time.
Yeah,
I think you're gonna like it. But that's what we'll be talking about next week. Come back and see us. We will have our review for it then. Barring some unforeseeable catastrophe that forces us to take another week or two off. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. I will say now that this week will not have a ramble.
Yeah, we're gonna skip it.
Because I have so much editing to do for the Halloween Let's Play. It is just like anything that I can cut, and I don't, neither of us have much to talk about this week.
Yeah.
Next week, probably, because MHA will be out by then.
Yeah, but dude, we're gonna have some stuff.
This week, if I could cut the time and do a couple of Let's Play episodes in the time that it would take me to do all the audio and stuff for the ramble, then that'd be excellent, because I'm about to have to hit it hard getting this out. We went a few episodes over than I anticipated, so having it all done by Halloween, we still have 20 episodes left almost. So
for sure, man. And also, I'm behind on a couple of shows. I got to catch up on Dr. Stone and freaking Vinland Saga. Ooh, Vinland Saga. But yeah, so full plugs right now then?
Yep.
Let's just hit them. So, of course, if you're watching the YouTube, full plugs in the description. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up. You could be watching this right now on the YouTube channel, which is Rapid Kick Media. If you're not and you're listening to the podcast, hey, check it out. If you're watching it on the YouTube, maybe check out the podcast. We're available on pretty much everything. We are not on Spotify, as we always say, because they're not cool enough for us, but we are on Stitcher, we are on Apple Podcasts, we are on Podbean. I use Podcast Addict. There's a number of different apps and whatnot that you can get on and check us out on. We, of course, if you want to leave us any questions or ask us anything or give us any comments, how did you feel about this stuff? What should we watch next? Any recommendations? Maybe some older stuff, because not for nothing, from what I've been reading, this next season's going to be kind of light.
Yep.
But, I think we're going to move on, and thank you so much for listening. We love you.
Goodbye.